how China took strategic lead in controlling emerging Arctic sea route far ahead of the USA. The Arctic, once considered a remote and largely inaccessible expanse, has rapidly transformed into one of the world's most vital maritime corridors. As climate change continues to melt the ice that once covered the Arctic region, new trade routes are opening up, offering shorter and more cost-effective paths between Europe and Asia. Among these newly emerging passageways, the Northern Sea Route is quickly gaining prominence, offering a potential 40% shorter journey than traditional shipping lanes like the Suez Canal. As this Arctic route becomes a crucial link in global trade, China has stepped up its efforts to seize control of this key maritime passageway, well ahead of other countries, including the USA. The Arctic Sea has become a rapidly emerging frontier for global trade. As climate change causes the Arctic ice to recede, the Northern Sea Route has become a much more viable option for international shipping. For instance, the journey from Shanghai to Hamburg can be cut down by several weeks by navigating through Arctic waters, as opposed to taking the traditional route through the Suez Canal. This shorter, cost-effective route is of particular interest to countries like China, which has ambitious trade goals. The ability to tap into this shortcut provides significant economic and strategic benefits. Recognizing the immense potential of the Arctic Sea, China launched a well-coordinated effort to dominate this emerging route. The core of this push has been China's heavy investment in advanced technologies, particularly in icebreaker ships capable of navigating through the region's harsh, icy waters. In 1993, China took its first significant step by launching its first icebreaker, the Shuolong, or Snow Dragon. This icebreaker allowed China to begin operations in Arctic waters, gaining early footholds in the region. By 2012, China introduced a more advanced version of its icebreaker fleet, the Shuolong 2, which was equipped with cutting-edge technology, allowing it to break through thick ice and maintain a year-round presence in the Arctic. This capability ensured that China could operate in the Arctic without the seasonal interruptions that typically affect other shipping routes. Beyond conventional icebreakers, China has also been exploring more advanced technologies, such as nuclear-powered icebreakers. This technology, already employed by Russia, would enable China to operate in the Arctic year-round, regardless of weather conditions. Nuclear-powered icebreakers would give China a decisive advantage over other countries, ensuring that the Northern Sea Route remains open even during the coldest and most ice-heavy months. The ability to maintain a constant, reliable presence in the Arctic makes the region a dependable link in China's global trade network and allows China to stay well ahead of the USA and other nations in utilizing Arctic routes. In addition to enhancing its icebreaker fleet, China began investing heavily in satellite technology to improve its Arctic capabilities. By 2015, China had established satellite stations in Greenland, which provided vital infrastructure to track shipping traffic, monitor potential security threats, and improve communication networks. These stations not only supported China's navigation in the Arctic, but also provided the country with the ability to oversee global maritime operations, further cementing its role as a key player in managing the region. China's Arctic ambitions have also been bolstered by strategic partnerships with Arctic nations. In particular, its relationship with Greenland has grown increasingly important. In 2009, China signed agreements with Greenland, aimed at collaborating on mineral extraction and setting up research stations. This agreement granted China access to rare earth minerals and other critical resources that are essential for China's technological industries. These resources include valuable materials needed for the production of electronics, renewable energy technologies, and military hardware. Moreover, China's growing investments in Greenland's infrastructure, including satellite stations, research facilities, and other critical projects, have reinforced its strategic presence in the Arctic. With these technological advancements and strategic partnerships in place, China is not merely navigating the Arctic, but gaining control over it. The combination of icebreakers, nuclear-powered vessels, and satellite infrastructure has given China the tools needed to manage and dominate the key shipping routes in the Arctic. This control ensures that China will be the primary beneficiary of the newly accessible Arctic corridor. It is evident that China's early and decisive actions have positioned it as the leader in Arctic trade, far outpacing the USA and other powers in this emerging frontier. Furthermore, China's increasing dominance in the Arctic aligns with its broader strategy to reduce its dependence on traditional global choke points like the Strait of Malacca, which are controlled by Western powers. By securing control over Arctic routes, China ensures access to critical markets and resources without relying on politically unstable regions. This autonomy in global trade offers China a significant advantage, reducing its vulnerability to external pressures and enhancing its geopolitical standing. China's early and decisive actions in the Arctic are setting the stage for a dramatic shift in global trade and geopolitics. As the Arctic becomes a critical player in the global economy, China's technological investments and strategic partnerships have put it far ahead of other global powers, including the USA. By 2015, China had already cemented its role as a key player in Arctic shipping, with the potential to control the Northern Sea route. This strategic lead allows China to dominate Arctic trade, positioning it as a powerful force in shaping the future of international commerce, diplomacy, and security in the region. Which part of this report is interesting? Please comment and subscribe to the channel.